runner beans are very good to have later on, like now in the autumn, because peas just don't cope with this kind of climates. They're like the summer, but these runner beans, they're still flowering. And this one's called Painted Lady, and you can eat the flowers as well. They're quite nice. The pods you can eat up to a point. If they get really big and tough, they're not so nice. You can also eat the mature seeds, but you have to cook them because they contain toxins. They're like kind of a bit like kidney beans, you know, these big beans that you've got to like soak for a long time and cook them for ages. But these, you can just eat the pods, particularly if they're a bit smaller. But yeah, these green pods are fine to eat, just chop them up, seeds and all, and just cook them, or you can eat them raw. When they're a bit smaller, they're much nicer to eat raw. Find a small one. Oh, there's one. Right. And because they're a climbing plant, they collect coil up sticks. They naturally come from tropical Americas, and they sort of grow. They're just like a perennial climbing plant. Here we grow them as an annual, but just because the winter kills them off. But the roots, if you're in a hot place, will come back. You can also eat the roots as well. Now, runner beans have loads and loads of medicinal uses. They're good for the heart, good for the blood and circulation, good for digestion, good for cleanse your body of nasty things. Apparently they even get rid of intestinal parasites. But yeah, they're just a brilliant crop for the late part of the year, because they'll go on producing right up until October, really, as long as the weather holds. But I always did a bit late because I had the peas for the first half of the summer up until August. And after August, peas get a little mildewy and manky. But the runner beans really do well kind of later on in the year, like August, September, October. And so I don't sow them until July sometimes, June or July. So I get this nice late crop of them now. And then that's really good because they are incredibly good at producing stuff. And of course you can eat the leaves as well. Try leaf. The leaves are quite different, yeah. The flowers are nice, the pods are nice, leaves not so nice. I've never tried the roots, but of course the roots don't really have a time to build up to their full extent here because they only live to 1 year old. And in the winter the roots will be totally killed off. But somewhere in Central America they just come back each year, big climbing smothering vine with loads and loads of medicinal uses.